I have read more personal statements for OT applications that I could probably even count. Most of them tell the same story. And I want to tell you what that pattern looks like from my side, because understanding that can be something that you can change in your application so that you stand out even more. So, for the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the difference between essays that get passed over and the ones that get people in. It is not about being a better writer. It's about understanding what the essay is for. Here is the personal statement pattern that I have read so many times. An opening about a meaningful moment, a family member with a disability, a volunteer experience, an internship that changed their perspective, then a middle section about how that experience led them to discover OT, and then, always, without fail, a closing about their passion for helping people and wanting to be a part of the profession. Warmly written, genuine, but completely forgettable. That is magnified when you throw in the use of ChatGPT or other AI assisted. Why? Because it's not. It comes across as ingenuine. And it's not because the story is wrong. It's because the essay is performing emotion when it should be demonstrating readiness. Here is what the committee is actually reading for, and why a biography format isn't quite delivering that. When I'm reading applications, the question that I ask when I read a personal statement is this: does this applicant understand what they're actually getting into? Not, what does OT look like from the outside? What it demands of you from the inside. The graduate level rigor, the clinical intimacy, the professional accountability. The personal statement that tells me what happened to the client does not answer that question. A personal statement that shows me how the applicant thinks about those experiences from an emotional standpoint does not tell me that. The applicant who understood the distinction and wrote essays that made me feel confident, the ones who did not write essays that made me informed, but uncertain. So, here's exactly how to make the shift from biography to positioning document without losing your authentic self so that it makes it feel like it's you and your expression. Number one, don't use ChatGPT to write it. We all know what that looks like. That gets you a red flag before you ever walk in. The shift is not about removing your story. Every experience should be real and yours and specific. The shift is what you do with the story. The biography says, here is what happens. The positioning document says, here's what I understand because of what happened. Every experience should lead into insight, not an emotion, not a motivation, a professional insight, something you understand about OT practice that you did not understand when you were an undergrad or before you knew about the profession. Here is the one test question to apply to every paragraph you've written right now. Read your paragraphs and ask yourself, does this make a committee, someone evaluating me, feel confident in my abilities, confident that I understand what the profession is, what it demands, confident that you think at a professional level, confident that you're choosing OT because the reasons will sustain you through the hardest parts of the program? If yes, keep that paragraph. If not, rewrite it. Don't remove the experience. Extract your personal insight within it. That is where the real essay is. That's where it's at. Underneath what you wrote. Dig deeper. Programs are actively screening for AI generated personal statements. Some even make it grounds for immediate disqualification if it's extremely obvious. An AI-generated essay cannot demonstrate your professional reasoning. It actually demonstrates that you're not even putting the time in to write something from your heart. And that is why it becomes a disqualifier. AI can produce a very polished biography, but it cannot produce your insights, your experiences. The personal statement is one of the few places in your application where you can show your actual thinking. Use that. Write the messy draft first, then apply the test questions we talked about before. The essays that make committees feel confident sounds unmistakably like you thinking at your professional level as an OT student. If you want more hints on how to make a good application and strengthen what you're working on, join our community, OT Student Leveled Up. Or if you want to hang out and you want to learn directly from me, I still have opportunities and appointments available. Both of those are found in the description. I hope I get to meet you.